Hello. I know I don't have anyone in here. I'm not feeling all that great. I can't move. I wrenched my back. Lost my car keys. Didn't go get my medicine. And thankfully, all my friends pitched in to help me get back on my feet. Hey, Dodie. Do you want to come on panel? I could use somebody to bounce things off of. Hey, Michelle. Excuse me. That really hurt because my back is wrecked. And of course, I'd be coughing and sneezing right now. Hey, Lindy. Anybody want to come up? I'll drop a link. So, I don't even know if I'm going to keep this up or if I can make any sense with my drugged self today. Hey, crybaby. Jackie Blue. Look at all you guys. I really didn't think I'd have anybody come in here. Seems how it was impromptu. Oh, thank you, Dodie. Yeah, I'm working on it. Thankfully, my girlfriend brought me a bag of drugs. Hey, Innocent. Do you want to come up here? You don't have to cam up. Rumor has it. Look at all you guys. Must be there's no one else going live and people are bored as fuck and decided to see what I had to say. I am a hot mess right now, I'll admit it. And, Michelle, hold my stomach. You know, that's okay. I'll try that, Lurking. You know, I have this kind of hefty cat. His name is Baby Logan, and he's not a baby anymore. But you know, you never really see them as they look when they grow up, right? But he always thought it was really cool to stand on the top of my high boy dresser halfway across the room and then jump over and land on my stomach. And he makes a little when he's going to do it so I can tighten my stomach muscles, right? Yeah, well, I was talking to Shelby this afternoon and missed my cue, and he jumped on my stomach, and I screamed and threw the phone across the room. You can imagine I can't move an inch without being in excruciating pain to have like a 20-pound cat jump on your stomach. Yeah, that was just all kinds of fun. Rumor has it, Annabelle. Oh, Michelle. Crybaby. Somebody come up. Oh, Lurking. I'm not sure you can imagine. It was pretty bad. But I didn't come on here to Misty Rose. I didn't come on here to whine and cry about my troubles. Thankfully, I got the best friends on the planet, and they all rallied around and ran errands, brought me my spare set of keys, picked up my drugs at the drugstore, and paid for them, and delivered everything to my door, along with some gifts. Okay, somebody come up here and chat with me, please. Anybody? Yeah, what's up with the real Renee Marie? Is she really gone? I saw him. Oh, yes. Yeah, very, I think Shelby thought somebody stabbed me. I couldn't talk for a few minutes. Melissa! Hey, honey. You called me yesterday and my phone was dead, I think, because I saw that I had a missed call. I'll get a hold of you tomorrow. I need the scoop on John Paul, if you know what it is. I see he doesn't have any bond. Well, anybody want to come up? This place gives me the spins. I called him a kiss box. You guys are hilarious. I don't even need to say anything. You guys in chat carry the day. You're so amazing, really. I appreciate all of you. Okay, I'll drop the link. Let me get it. Let me get it a minute. Let's see. How do I do this? Okay, I have to. Oh, shit. I'm probably still drugged. I don't know what's going on. Okay, there you go. Yeah, Fox, I'm not that handy. You haven't known me that long, but we're this is the low tech, low everything. Low budget, low tech. Don't know what the fuck I'm doing half the time. Can't share screen still. I'll figure that out though. Oh, thanks, Any Pats. Yes, we need to talk. Hey, Griff. Glad you could stop in. Everybody be respectful, please. Griff seems to get a lot of shit, almost as much as I do, but I would like to, everybody to be respectful to him here, please. For me. Okay. What do we want to talk about? Yeah, does anybody want to come on panel? I might not even keep this up. Oh, Rumor, thank you. That is so sweet. I just had a couple things to say. Yeah, Melissa, call me or I'll call you. Number one is a child. Should I say? I think that, it seems like people only yell, children are off limits when it's somebody talking about a child that they don't like, right? So they crucify him. You can't talk about, you talk about children. But then they go and talk about children of people they don't like. And that seems to be fine, right? Rules for thee, not for me. That's the way I get it. I am talking about his parenting. No, I'm not talking about, I'm not talking about, this is not Ernie. Although I might get to Ernie, but I have a couple other things that are stuck in my craw today. There's a child that is related to a case that we've followed for several years that has recently come up for adoption and is being advertised on an adoption site. Now, there are quite a few creators, and we burn up the streets behind the scenes. So we're aware, and maybe it's just because the creators that I associate with are what I consider ethical. We've known this information, but we don't feel it's fodder for YouTube. It's none of anybody's business, actually. The child is a minor. Minors' records and anything to do with them are sealed by the court. So that's none of anybody's business. This particular child, and the other ones actually too, have been through enough. They have literally been through enough. Leave them the fuck alone is what I have to say. And I already went over on a person not exactly known for being truthful. I'll just say that. Whose, initials are Lip Lock No More. And told her what I think, and she told me to fuck off, and she was going to block me. Well, that's fine, but I mean, she's not known for being ethical anyway, right? However, I see all the scuttlebutt stirred up in her chat. Oh, what happened? Oh, what'd he do? Why isn't he with the other two? Well, I know the answers to those questions. And I'm not alone. She accused me of one-upmanship. No. One-upmanship would be if I had gone public with that information. Or if I went public with it now. That would be one-upmanship over her. I'm never going to say. And I don't think any of the other people that know will say. It's only the people that don't know what's going on that seem to be willing to milk it for clicks, views, super chats, and whatever else. Misty Rose, I actually... Sorry. Yeah, I keep doing that. I don't know what's going on. Crybaby, unfortunately, that's not going to happen. But I'm not going to say why. So, let people's imaginations run wild. Hopefully not on. If you want to contact me by messenger privately, and I know you and trust you, I might somewhat explain it. However, I don't know. I wish I could say and then you would understand it, but it really is. It's nobody's business. It really isn't. Traumatic things have happened here, and these kids have been traumatized deeply. And the reason for this would provide fodder for years for certain tragedy pimps. Another one whose initials are Kathy. And y'all know who I'm talking about there. Oh, yeah. She'd be having an orgasm on a live if she knew what was going on here. Well, Griff, don't don't assume anything here, because no, that was not the case. There's something more involved in this. Anyway, I don't think right, Purple Brainstorm. I'm not going to highlight any comments because I seem to kick myself off because I'm not very technically proficient here for some reason tonight. I don't know. Blame the Xanax. I don't know. And no, it's legal Xanax, so don't go spreading rumors. Yeah, I'm buying drugs out of the gas station bathroom down here. If only I could walk. God, I gotta send friends to be my drug runners these days. Okay. Let the chat roll. Yes. Crybaby. Yes, there is. And it's tragic. I wish they could have stayed together, and I feel for the one that's separated. And there's a lot of more things. I gotta be careful what I say here. Through no fault of his own. I don't believe, if you knew the whole story. But we have to suffer the consequences of our actions, right? Regardless of whether Um, we were compelled to do something. I don't know. Oh, Annabelle. Annabelle. Yes, adopted far away. So my point here is that certain people like Lip Like No More, and someone told me a certain Tragedy Pimps mod posted it. I'm assuming in the Facebook group, but did take it down. So that's more credit than I've ever given her before. So kudos to her. This originally surfaced in a Facebook group that I blocked from, because if you know me, if I think something, I'm going to say it. If you're saying bullshit, I'm going to let you know about it, in my opinion. Yeah, so someone is on this. Someone involved with this whole incident, not on social media, in real life, is going to be working with this and possibly going live with me about this situation. Contacting, she's done some research on the agency. Okay, and before I forget, who do you think would, above all, Photoshop and milk this for all it's worth? And no, not Ernie. Think again. What? I don't know why it took me forever to find your channel. Did I miss what's happening? Welcome, giving payback. Yes. Cough, cough, BPG. No. Someone's media manager, actually, has taken the advertisement, photoshopped it, and posted it on his page with just captions that turn my stomach. I mean, the gall. I think that tells you everything you need to know about Tim Mullen. And if you want to go over there, I don't think he's going to get any money out of it, because that is a page. And I don't think he's getting... Facebook does allow you to sell memberships, but as far as I know, it's not set up that way. Or is that on YouTube? Is that on YouTube too? No, I think that's Facebook. Yeah, it's on Facebook. I'm not going to post it. He took the picture. There's an ad, people. The adoption agency made a little ad with pictures, a bio, and I might be going live about, what I think about that, and I want to know what you think about that, because that does happen. I've seen it here. They do it here. They feature a child on, a short news segment that's looking for a home, talk about his interests and things. I mean, they've always done that. Some of those kids are cute. Some of them get adopted from that, but there's pros and cons, I think, to that. Someone likened it to, showing puppies that are up for adoption at the local animal shelter. Which it certainly is. And someone mentioned that maybe only if you're an approved adopter that you are able to access these pictures and bios. What do you think of that? Anyway, we're not going to get too far into this tonight. I had to get back to sleep, take more drugs. But she's doing some research on that, and she said this particular agency, when they send someone out for adoption, they're not fully disclosing the person's backstory and any problems that might have arisen in the past and could be a problem in the future. So that is definitely a big red flag to me. I mean, not only is it not fair to the family that is adopting these children, but these children need therapy. And the family needs to be aware of situations that could arise. I hope I'm not giving too much away here, but anyway. If you're not a conspiracy theorist and you're thinking logically, you could probably figure it out, but I am 100% against creators. This is not fodder for clicks and views, in my opinion. So if you see this going on out there, please, as a favor to me, let that creator know what you think or unsubscribe. Well, it is what it is. That's not for me to say. That's not for me to say. Yeah. I'm sure PG, she's probably crying that she couldn't go live tonight to talk about it because, it's bowling night. But I'm sure she'll be talking about it tomorrow. So far, that's all I've seen is lip locked and this other person that did take it down. What was my other pool night? You might be right, Annabelle. Bowling might be done for the summer. Or is it done for the winter? No, it's done for the summer, isn't it? Yeah, pool. Yeah, I hope, I don't know, it's a sad situation all around, and I don't see any end to it coming. I don't, as a rule, follow these, more popular cases like the Jack and Lily. I did think about going over that, but, Sebastian, that's a circus. I just don't think there's anything to be gained by talking about a case just to talk about it. Talking about a popular case just to draw in clicks and views. Okay, it is what it is. Yeah, but that's not what I'm trying to talk about. We're not discussing Candace and Don and their parenting abilities tonight. We're talking about YouTube creators and ethics. Are they mutually exclusive? Hair curlers and crime, I know. I think a lot of us were shocked. I think a lot of us were. No, that's okay, hon. I'm just trying to, keep it probably to the highest bidder. I'm just trying to keep it on the subject. Yeah, Idaho 4. Yes, exactly. There's nothing new. There's no real information. So let's create some speculation. Oh, I agree, Lindy. I agree. Yeah, exactly, Griff. YouTube creators and ethics is, yes, mutually exclusive. Okay, so now I guess we will touch slightly on Mr. Shell. I did have something else I wanted to say, but I can't remember. Okay, this cemetery nonsense. And it is nonsense. Okay, I'm going to tell you the cemetery, Morrison Cemetery, that did have an open grave when Summer went missing. He was not buried until, I believe, the 18th, I think, 17th or 18th. However, as you remember, there was a massive search for Summer. I mean, massive. That went on for days and covered miles. That grave was checked, and dogs were there in that cemetery. There wasn't a body already in that grave. And, I had someone take a couple snapshots of that grave, of the graveyard. It's very small. There ain't no action going on there now. And there are cameras around that cemetery, and law enforcement went and got the footage from those cameras and checked it, and no one put a body in there unauthorized. So that was eliminated 4 years ago. Okay. Almost 4 years ago. So why? I guess because there's no new news, and because, PG has to keep that money train rolling. And you guys all think I know what I think of Kathy. So, exactly, Sally. Exactly. The law already knows. So, her whipping that up, giving them an ultimatum. Oh, if law enforcement doesn't check that, it's because they don't give a shit. They aren't doing anything. I'm going to leave YouTube. I'll give them until June 15th. If they don't dig up that grave, I'm leaving YouTube for good. Well, good. I would encourage that. However, now last night she decided that, she's going to give them a little grace, and she's going to stick around after all, of course. Yeah. Unfortunately. But it's a money scam. It's a money train, a gravy train, whatever you want to call it. Ernie, for some reason threw in with PG, because Ernie is a solution without a problem. That's what he is. Oh, Janet, please. Okay, I won't talk about PG anymore. Let's talk about Kathy. Yes, Ernie is a solution without a problem. So he makes his own problems. This is my opinion. Oh, well, we know him. We've followed him for 4 years. Well, you know what? There's people out there that have known Ernie for decades. People that have known Ernie his whole entire life. People that grew up with Ernie. People that have gone and lived through all of Ernie's scams, arrests, frauds, all of it. Margaret, for one. Margaret grew up with Ernie, and you know what she thinks of him? These are people that actually do know Ernie. You do not. So if you can't believe people in Ernie's own family, in Ernie's lifelong childhood friends, what they have to say about him, I don't know what to say. You people need to open your eyes. Oh, who's Pinkie Pie? PG's like, I'm not even going to read the chat. I guess I can't keep up. Come on, people. PG, she's been on YouTube all these years and never shown a receipt. Never. Except for when she's made up. Like somewhat like Mr. Shell, with his little photoshopped receipts, which he don't make either because he can't do that. He's got some lackeys doing that for him. All I can think is they feel important. I see how he grooms them, and yes, he manipulation is one thing that Ernie is successful at. He manipulates people very well. You know, he has his Ernie voice, his grooming voice, his manically excited voice. I'm gonna read. You notice how he cuts that group down? He calls them stupid, calls them tiger twats, insults them on the daily, and then builds them back up. That's all a tactic. That is all a tactic. Then the next thing he's praising them. You know, pitting them against each other. Look at Renee Marie and Phoebe. Look at who came out on top there. The lady with the nude pics. Maybe Renee Marie needs to up her game. I don't have anything against Renee Marie. I actually feel sorry for those women, but I don't know why they're so nasty to everyone. And Ernie facilitates that. He does. He encourages that. That way he has clean hands. He has his tiger twats do that for him. And I guess that works for him. I remember when PG claiming she didn't know the Wells a year after she went missing. Oh, PG was Johnny on the spot from probably day 2 or 3. She and Benny. I was surprised to find that AB was there right at the very beginning. And hooked up with Jody Sue right at the start. Now, how did that happen? He's in Canada, for fuck's sake. And yeah, I'm not going to clean it up. Hey, this is my late night X-rated stream here. That's as bad as it gets for me. Fuck it. Carrie, PG does make money off of the kids. And that's a fact. That's a fact. Carrie. Do a little Google. Social Blade. Playboard. That's all public information there. Yeah, Ernie saying he made what, 16,000? Did he say he made 16,000? No, I forgot. Sorry, my memory's failing me. Don't crucify me if I have the wrong. But since he's been monetized, he's been monetized a month, hasn't he? A month, 2 at the most. I can't remember the exact date. But yeah, I went and looked. He's made $54 on YouTube and $354 dollars in super chats since he's been monetized. So, but yet claims he has $1,400 in the bank saved up. Where did he get that money? You know, I need $3. I need $3 for a sweet tea today. Can anybody send me $3? Okay, but I didn't come on here to make fun of Ernie either. What did Fox say? He's scratching a broke ass. I like that. I'm Tim Mullen. Don't do that. I can't cough. Oh my god. More than I thought he had made. Tim Mullen. Okay, Meme Gene, do you watch Ernie at all? Because Ernie Shell said that the TBI, these are his own words, this is not a rumor, this came straight from his mouth 3 times already, that TBI took him in for a lie detector test, and he was deceptive on one question. And that question was, do you know where Summerwell's body is? He said no, and that was deceptive, which means He's lying, which means he does know where Summer's body is. There you go, mean Gene. There you go. Follow that. Let's talk about that. The football game that never happened. Oh. White Boy, Daisy, in my opinion, as well as Jody, to create distractions out here. I don't know. I was hesitant to believe that, but did Benny admit that he, at some point... How do I know that, Meme Gene? How do I know that? I just told you. Ernie has gone live and stated that 3 times. Ernie has said that out of his own mouth. So, I don't have to prove it. Ernie said it. So are you saying Ernie's a liar? Welcome to the club. Your eyes are open. Finally. Yeah. I don't know. See, here's the problem. Ernie said he was deceptive when he said he didn't know where Summer was buried, and here's somebody saying, prove it. How do you know? That's not true. Ernie said it. Oh, my Lord. Meme Gene, I bet you if you popped up over there on Unlock Your Reality, I bet you too could be a mod. I'll bet ya. I'd bet money on that. Everyone. Hard Misty. Well, Griff, that's actually, yes. Ernie is not in touch with reality. I think most of us know that. I think that Unlock Your Reality is kind of a, app name for his channel. He needs to unlock some reality. I don't know. He's got too many enablers that are not helping. Why they think they're helping him, I have no idea. Hey, if I keep talking about Ernie tonight, you know who's going to be public enemy number 1 tomorrow on Unlock Your Reality. Lies like the Wells. Well, we know the Wells lie. Why do you believe that, Mean Gene, but you don't believe Ernie lies? Oh, no, Griff, yeah. So I question if he does not even know what's real and what isn't. And I question whether he's even aware of his lies. Does he believe that's reality? And if he does, how reliable would a polygraph be on him? I don't know. However, what about this? If he really does know where the body is, but has convinced himself that he doesn't, then that would have not shown up as a deception. I don't know, but I'm not going to waste any time on it because I don't think he knows where the body is. I think he's just looking for a little more attention. Yep, he was deceptive, but now they've totally cleared him. Did anybody hear how his little 2 p.m. Meeting that the Kentucky State Police dropped off the notice for went today? Because I was sleeping. Nobody asked Pink Moon, what is your problem? Anybody can say anything here, but Lisa is in love with Ernie and Shelby. Really? Prove it. Isn't that what you say to me? Prove it. I know, innocent. I'm right there with you. Ooh, Ernie's here. Yeah, don't bother clicking that link, Ern. Do you want to tell us how your 2 p.m. meeting with your probation officer went? Feel free, type away. PG's little girl, who used to be, should I say what your old name was? Yeah. You left a long line of Mama PGs in your chats, so I know you're not her little girl. I know her little girl's name, her 30-year-old youngest child, and it ain't you. Threatening. Did I threaten someone? Look at the crowd I got in here. Yeah, trolls. Hey, Rex, glad you could make it. Oh my god, look it. Don't watch him. Maybe Candace told him for the pizza. I don't know the whole pizza thing. I think that was kind of a setup, wasn't it? Didn't Benny call the cops on you? Yeah. Oh, hi, Ernie. Peachy's little girl wants to say hi. No, I know, Griff. I know I'm confused too. Yeah, that's you can't make sense, with all the decades of study I've done in forensics and psychology, and you can't make sense of a disordered mind. I have some true crime books I've read a dozen times thinking, why? How? What are they thinking? What is their purpose? What? But you can't, a rational mind cannot understand a disordered mind. They don't think in a logical fashion. So there's no way to make sense of it. But yet, that intrigues me. It really intrigues me. Exactly. I think he does giving payback. I'm going to try to highlight a comment here. Oh, I didn't kick myself out this time. Oh, Ernie's threatening me? Yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah, I'm really worried about that. Yeah, I'm so glad you're here, Rex. God, you guys, look at it. I got a lot of people in here. I thought I'd be alone. I asked Innocent to please come and keep me company while I talk about what I'm talking about. I just need to get it out. Didn't he leave dildos there too? Ernie. Oh, well, Ernie. Should we talk about Ernie? I didn't really intend to. I think he's left a bag of dildos everywhere he's ever ran from. Yeah. Oh, at the wells? There were some dildos found in the yard there. I think if they were the Wells dildos, they would be inside somewhere. I don't know why they would be out in a bag in the yard, but who knows? I don't know. Is that like a freebie from the pizza place? I have no idea. How do you know so much? Who you in ties with? TM. Tiffany Marie? Well, I don't think we talked. She's got me blocked. Exactly, Griff. See, you guys, Griff isn't all bad. He has some good observations. Searching for logic where there is none. That's exactly it. How's your bounty hunting husband? That's right. Justice is me. What about it? Well, I knew you weren't PG's little girl. You didn't know how to cover your tracks. Okay. Tonight, Ernie proved exactly that he doesn't protect kids at all costs, including his own. Yeah. Oh, and that's another thing. And, you guys can do what you want. I can't control anyone. This is just a thought. Yes, Ernie married his cousin. Now, it was far down the line and not a direct cousin. And I'm not going to get into that about any of that, but just think, Ernie's son, I think he's still a minor, isn't he? He might just be 18. As far as I'm concerned, he's a child. He's a child that does not need to be talked about. So when you mock Ernie, and I saw, oh, he knocked up his cousin. I think, in my opinion, every time I see that, I feel bad for Ernie's son. Ernie's son, like the other boy we talked about earlier, did not ask for any of this, is not at fault in anything, and I think deserves to be left off of YouTube. So the next time you want to talk about Ernie knocking up his cousin, stop and think a minute, just for me. I can't dictate what you say, but just think about it for a minute. It's a kid, an innocent kid who, is in a bad situation. Dad gave him away. He doesn't deserve to be mentioned or talked about or, looked into. That's just my opinion. They were Happy Meal toys. Oh yeah, innocent. I don't know exactly what we're talking about. They're two different opinions, but people know they don't have to agree with me here. I don't care. This is my opinion. You guys all have different ones. I have, close friends that don't agree with me every time. For crying out loud, we're all individuals. We all have our own opinions. And have you ever guys watched? Have you? Sorry, I'm done. Is it Rush? I can't talk. Rashomon. I'm gonna post the link to that movie. And I highly suggest that everyone watch that. It does have subtitles. It is a Japanese movie. It's considered one of the greatest movies of all time. And what it is a crime that's committed. And it is an oldie. It's black and white with subtitles. I said that. But, a lady that gets raped on a trail by this not drug lord, ninja. There we go. Samurai. And kills her husband. Okay. And what it is it goes through 4 different people that were there, their version of what happened. I think it's eye-opening, and it shows just how these 4 people were at the same event at the same time, but yet tell completely different stories of what happened. Because everybody views things through their own perception. The things that you've been through in your life, and here I'm giving a philosophy discussion. The things that you've been through in your life, the things that you've seen, the things that you've done, the things that you've lived with, those all form your frame of reference. So everything that you see is viewed through that frame of reference. And so everyone's different. Everybody can look at the exact same thing and interpret it in a different way. Really, watch that movie. I'm going to post a link to it. And I think, subtitles might bother you a little bit at first, but, as you get more into the story, it's not such a distraction. Subtitles have never really bothered me, but it's worth watching. It's worth watching, not just for the entertainment value, but to show how you view, how people see the same thing and come to different conclusions on it. Just a minute, I got mute a minute. Okay, sorry. I got some stuff going on here. Oh, I think, yeah. Okay, Meme, please, you're the only one that's actually that I can see. I asked people to please be respectful to Griff. Griff is being respectful. Let's everyone be respectful, please. Yes, I am the Nazi nun. Keep it clean, folks. Yes, Lisa Maxwell, it is. It is absolutely amazing. And if you watch this, it shows it more than anything. Honestly, I highly recommend that movie. And I think it'll give insight into YouTube and Facebook. I think it might help you understand other people's, and be more tolerant of other people's viewpoints. I can't recommend it enough. Annabelle, you are just the dearest. Thank you so much, sweetheart. You don't know how much I appreciate that. God, I just have the bestest friends. Thank you so much. Somehow I lost my chat. Okay, I can't see. Oh, Karen, somebody start. Oh, giving payback. You got one. Awesome. Karen lives in Christchurch. Karen, would you be Phoebe by any chance? He was picking on me first. Okay, I'm sorry, Meme. I did not see that. Griff, behave yourself. Were you ever married to the Black Widow serial killer? Ooh, I'm getting trolled here in my own chat. Karen Powers. Married to the Black Widow serial killer? What? I'm not a lesbian, so I've never been married, actually, so my choice. I just like being, innocent. Ooh, maybe Janet is Phoebe. Phoebe likes to use those big faces. Ooh. Bye. You're not fun. I didn't really come on here to be fun. Unintentionally funny, maybe, but that's about it. Okay, nobody wants to come on panel? Oh, boo-hoo. Marriage is overrated. Yeah. I don't know. I was engaged 3 times. I just couldn't do it. I just don't have any desire to be married. I said that when I was 16. The last engagement, my dad goes, "Well, you gonna go through with it this time?" Well, I guess not. I don't like to be controlled. I like to do whatever I want. Interesting. Black Widow serial killer. Black Widow serial killer. Griff, I didn't do it. I don't know why my chat is Oh, there, now I can see it. I cannot see some of the people you are mentioning at all. Oh, do people have you blocked? I don't know. We got the original Real Griff, Misty Rose. What's that Teresa? What's her name? That Teresa Russell that played that Black Widow? That was a spooky movie. Yeah, there's a few of those women. I think, and this is just my opinion, in this day and age, I think it's a little harder than it was in the past, just because of, all the tracking and, your digital footprints, all the tracking. I think it's a little harder to stay hidden. Because there's so much information available online than it would have been in, say, the 70s. You know what I mean? Then you probably could have moved around a lot, got away with a lot more, and not been caught. Oh, Rumor has it. I'm still behaving. Thank you, Rumor. I appreciate behaving people. Oh, Griff, I bet you are blocked by a few. Sandy Gant, yes, that would be my mod Annabelle. She bought 5 gift memberships. I'm eternally grateful. Yeah, Melissa, haters go everywhere. You know who brought the haters over here, didn't you? I think it's somebody you know. Oh. Yeah, Melissa's dealt with way worse too, unfortunately. That's true. You can find out just about anything if you know what you're doing. I know someone that she's great at finding things, and then she sends them to me to tell her what it means, because she's good at digging up bits of information, but not so good at putting them to figure out what it's telling her. Because just getting the information, that isn't even half of it. I mean, like, people think Truthfinder or Been Verified, excuse me, that's, I know a creator that thinks that's the be all and end all. That's it. That tells you everything you need to know. That doesn't even tell you half of what you need to know. I use those along with other things. That's a starting point. That gives you some information, which would be like looking on Ernie Shell's LinkedIn page. There, that gives you a bunch of shit that, I'm sorry, shit. A bunch of, experiences that he says he has, and then you start digging. Then you look at those places, see if they exist. Then you see if those people actually know him. I found one creator that nobody seems to know who she is and it took me quite a while. She's probably one of my biggest challenges. And no, I don't do anything with this information. It's just fun. Just fun to try to, it's a challenge. But she had her fake Facebook page, and one person commented on there, on her av, made a comment about her picture. And she's got her stuff blocked. However, he doesn't. And I went over there, and there she was listed as a possible acquaintance. So there we go. Then it was on. It's just kind of funny, if you knew how to do it. I think you get more information off Facebook, honestly. I mean, even if they have their friends blocked, you look at, the likes, the comments. and you work it. I know a lot of you already know all that. A lot of you are good researchers, but a lot of you suck. Oh, Melissa, I know, but don't let the bastards get you down, right? Your family has had more than their share of grief brought on by one of your members. It seems that, okay, Griff, I'm gonna do this without kicking myself off. Yeah. It seems that a whole lot of misinformation and disturbed facts are free on the internet now more than ever. Yes. And just because someone, I mean, if you have like cult-like members, which Ernie is good at with his manipulation, like I've said before. I don't think I finished that thought. Sorry. He cuts them down, then builds them up. I got the best researchers. My research team is the best. I wouldn't trade them for any other 4 people in the world. They are so awesome. See, I see how he does that. If you study those manipulation techniques, that's exactly how it works. Cut them down, build them up. Cut them down, build them up. Cut them down, build them up. And then you own them. And he's not the only one that does that. But it's pretty effective. I also read why people, if you notice, there's a certain group and their leader, whoever they like, everybody likes. And then if they decide they don't like a person, everybody in the group doesn't like them immediately without question. And if you find the article, you can Google it, Why Facts Don't Change Our Mind. And it says it's because they want to belong to a community. They like that sense of belonging. And they'll do anything to stay in with the group. And I don't know if it's security. I can understand wanting to belong to a group, but, a serial lying YouTuber group might not be the best place. And this is just an example. Remember when Benny, I know people have varying opinions of Benny. I don't have a bad opinion of Benny. But he was all for Candace. Remember when he was going over to Candace and Don's? Kind of being a gatekeeper for them, presenting them in a positive light, staying with them. And, his whole chat was all, poor Candace, poor Don. People leave him alone. They were sending him money like crazy. Everybody was pro Don and Candace, right? All of a sudden, one day, Benny turned and he decided that he didn't like Don and Candace anymore. That whole entire chat on a dime turned and hated Don and Candace. Just like that. Just like that. Just because Benny did. I've seen that happen in other chats or with other people. That's another interesting phenomenon. Actually, the whole universe of YouTube is an interesting psychological study, I think. There's a whole lot of shit going on. A whole lot of grooming. A whole lot of lies. Oh, Murgatroyd, hey babe. I have not dug into that case. Should I do that? It's maybe a little late, but I can go over it. Is there a lot of nonsense out about that? I have not formed an opinion. I have not looked into it, but I can, and I can talk about that. I never block exactly giving payback. Yep. I never block anyone. I am too nosy. I want to see what people say, and that's the bad part. You block them, and then you don't know what they're saying about you in a chat. My blacklist is extremely short. I don't have hardly anyone blocked. This person was always fighting with everyone in chat. Oh, I missed what that was. Have you noticed he has a Cincinnati one? No, a Cincinnati what? Oh, hey, Kathy. Would you like to come up on? Is bowling over now? Or pool? Whichever night it was, league night. Yeah, Ernie. Yeah, Ernie doesn't do his own research, and he does. He thinks I'm Lisa K. Bettinger. He thinks I'm Kay McNerney now. He sucks at research, or the people doing research for him suck. I'm not sure which one it is. But you know what? It pays to use fake emails and fake phone numbers because that really, really confuses them. That's all I can say. I had someone email me and say, oh, maybe you want to get a fake email because your name shows on here. I said, that's not my name and that's not my email. I'm a little smarter than that. Not that I care. I really don't have anything to hide. I don't have a husband, a job, or anybody you can call to ruin my life over. Gabby. Oh, I'm way behind. Have a question. Hate to change the subject. Okay, Misty Rose, what is it? I'm always behind in chat. Everybody knows that. I'm always about a half an hour behind in chat. Oh, Melissa, I hope they are too. I don't know. I haven't really looked, but Sandy, that's exactly it. Oh, no, they don't make my muscles hurt. I have so many. You know, I've really had a lot of problems lately, but I think I need to start using my nebulizer again. I got 2 or 3 medicines to use for that too. I hate standing in one place, using that thing for the 3 or 4 minutes it takes. I'm impatient. Inhalers are quicker than the nebulizer, but the nebulizer does work a lot better. I actually got I got a regular one and then I got a little portable one, but now I just got a little chargeable one. So I actually could walk around and use that. I haven't fired it up yet. Do you have COPD too? It's a hell of a thing, isn't it? I can't even go downstairs without sitting to rest at times. Oh. You know, I often think if somebody would have told me that we start to decay at age 16, I would have done more. I really miss the one thing I miss the most is climbing a tree. I love to climb trees and sit up there and read for hours and hours and hours. And I can't climb trees anymore. That's the one thing I miss the most. So, but I'm 70 there. Somebody said they heard me say that. Said I think I was mocking the person that said I was 70. Yes, Michelle, Sociology 101, and I agree. Kathy. Griff, what the fuck are you inhaling, babe? I'm sorry, I had to. Really? I've never had that problem. Maybe I just have so many other problems that I don't notice that. Um, yeah, I saw when we were over trying to help Ernie the other day, and people were explaining his different medicines to him and stuff, and I was talking about mine. Then I think it was Renee Marie or somebody. She takes a lot of medicine. Watch out for her. What? As Ernie lists off his 20 medicines. Oh, yes, exactly. I've seen it happen. Yes, more than once. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Is Renee Marie really gone? I saw Ernie really rip her a new one the other day. Arctic, she sure disappeared off the face of the earth. But I see when someone leaves, another person gets sucked in. Like now, Phoebe is like the head mod over there. INPGs. Phoebe, are you in? Are you in here? What time is it over there, Innocent? What time you say? Think Phoebe's sleeping? I miss Benny. Shortly before he left, he wanted to do a live with me. And I said, "God, our styles are so much different. I'm not sure that would work." And he said, "Oh no, it would." Remember shortly before he left, he was doing those cooking and crime shows where he was cooking in his mom's kitchen and talking about a crime. I said, you are so smart. You're articulate. You're, I think he had a gift. He just wasn't using it. Because I said that the cooking and crime thing was brilliant. It really was. I've seen other people do that, but they didn't do it as well as Benny did. Benny had a gift for that. If he just would have done that, he could have been really successful. Maybe he'll come back someday and he'll do that. Because I think he did have, something to contribute to us. I'm married to a serial killer. I'm not married, but okay, whatever. Kathy, really? Okay, wait. I don't want to belong to any group that has lied and stabbed me in the back. Oh, yeah, I think we've all been lied on. Oh, here's the fake Kathy saying the fake PG's little girl is her little girl. Hey, Freeside. Oh my God, Misty Rose, I have never had that happen. I have 3, I think, and then I had one insurance wouldn't pay for that the pulmonologist said I had to be on for 3 months in order to get insurance to pay for biologic injections, which was his next step. So I had to buy that fucker for $340, and you know what? It didn't even help me as much as my other one, so I quit it. I don't know if I want those biologic injections anyway. Hey, getting old sucks, you guys. Hang on to 16 as long as you can. Who's the serial killer? I have no idea what they're talking about. I'm not divorced. Oh, for crying out loud. 5 different aliases. I've had the same name and lived in the same place forever. I don't know, Melissa. I have no idea. I don't know any serial killers. Charles Manson, maybe? Lisa Bettinger. Yeah, that's not me. Oh my god. Well, we know Shelby ain't a serial killer. Shelby actually has never killed anyone, and that will be coming out. Hopefully before not too long. You know, I'm kind of feeling like I want to block someone. Innocent, you get to pick. I'll let you do it. Who's going to be the lucky winner? Murgatroyd. People are comparing the I saw PG did a show on that saying they were just alike and then deleted it. So I'm not sure why. Probably she started using some of her native language and I don't want to lose her channel. But yes, it's not a laughing matter. I will look into that, hon. Just for you. I will look into that and we can discuss that. Lisa K has Phoebe blocked. I don't have Phoebe blocked. Kathy, there you go. With I think we all know Kathy cannot be trusted to tell the truth. She doesn't have the facts. She just proved it. Yes, Sandy, oak trees. Oak trees. You know? Don't make me laugh. Oh my god, that hurts my back. What? No. Hey, Misty Rose, the doctor sent me to pulmonary rehab, and that really helped. It really, really did. It was all different kinds of coping strategies and stuff. It was twice a week, and it was an hour of physical therapy and coping strategies, and then an hour once a week on education. And it was all about how the whole respiratory, I actually learned some things in that. And that was amazing. You might want to check into that. I got to say, it was really helpful. It really was. Oh, I know. I love trees. I love anything. Yes. Griff. PG said God told her. Oh my god. I bet you God has some things to say to Kathy. He's probably saving them all up. And he's gonna email them to wherever she ends up. Oh my god. Fox. So, Kim Kardashian, that whole thing is over. You dumped her. Was she a drag? Or she beat you at pickleball? Or what was the deal there? I've seen you haven't, mentioned getting together with her for a while. Did she give you a parting gift? Revolving door over there. Yeah. When Ernie is done, he'll rip you a new one. Yes. You guys need to Head over and sub up to Fox. Hunt him down. He's hilarious. He always makes me laugh. Friday night at 5:30 p.m. Thank you, Innocent. So maybe Phoebe's at bowling night too. Probably. He was adding ketchup to his. Oh my god. I do think Benny, yes, Benny could be. Oh my god. That video he did of I should repost that. That video he did of JLR pretending to be JLR in behind the bushes like JLR always is. That was hilarious. I think that's the funniest thing that Benny has ever done. I watch that every time I need a laugh. Spot on. Some people come up with some good parodies. You're behind in chat, Innocent? That's okay. I'm usually about a half an hour behind anyway. I wouldn't want Ernie or Benny as a son. Well, Benny's mom. She must really love Benny. I don't. Renee Marie is not gone? Oh, okay. She came back, huh? Yeah, I don't know about Benny. I wonder who Annabelle, I think that was it's either a grandchild or a fake voice. Now, I did look for voices that you could record, and I did find one that sounded exactly like that. Wisconsin Mama said that little girl's voice has not changed in 5 years. PG's youngest is 30, so it ain't her kid. I know that. I don't know. Why is there a little money sign on my chat? Don't anybody ever send me money, please. That would make me cry. Ketchup to lasagna. Hey, I got a kick-ass most requested chicken lasagna recipe. You guys would die for it. It's got Canadian bacon in it and about 7 pounds of cheese. It's got a red sauce. It's awesome. That's probably my most requested recipe. Where are you going, Griff? Who do I want to block? I don't know. I'm not kidding. I'm kidding. Griff, we're not gonna block you. Oh, PG. Oh, some people never watched PG? Why couldn't I be that lucky? Oh, thanks, Sandy. Church on Sunday, cuss the rest. Yeah. Well, her church is on Friday night, you know. I think they have it at the bowling alley. You know, Sandy, I haven't watched him lately because I know him from long ago and his shenanigans. So, but people said he did some good coverage at the border crisis or something. Okay. Have a good day, Misty Rose. Thank you so much. Good night. Well, we all have a channel, Lisa Maxwell. That doesn't mean there's any content on it, but in order to be commenting, you have to have a channel. But he usually hangs out in certain chats, and he's hilarious. I was going to comment on something. I don't know anything about rap. I know rapper's kind of nasty. Phoebe. Yeah, that was funny when Ziggy used to call Phoebe Phoebe. Lisa Boo. Yeah, we just discussed that. You might want to go back to the beginning, but we're not mentioning a name actually. And we're not going to discuss the circumstances of that here. Oh, yeah, white boy. Sandy, they were until last year, and then something happened, which is not up for discussion. But yeah, something happened that could no longer be the case. So, let's just look forward and hope for the best there. Oh, okay. Oh, innocent, good. Okay. I'm like, I don't want anybody sending me any money, so. Yeah, Lisa Boo, it's really sad. Rumor, I don't even know who PG is. Well, do you want to know? Ooh, Annabelle, yay! I hit 2.1K. Thank you, everybody. I must have got some new subs. Michelle, that's actually a good thing. That's a good thing. I have 100 subs and no content. But you're a popular mod, Innocent. Thank you, Griff. I don't really dig for subs. Having a whole bunch of subs would scare me. I'd feel a lot of pressure to come up with interesting content, and I'm not out to change the world here. I would like to talk about some social issues. I have some things planned. As usual, when you have ADHD, things don't always go as planned. It's hard to stay focused, but I'd like to do some things on, wrongful convictions. I would like to do some, like I said, on the read technique, which is, I heard Ernie mention that the other day, the read technique. Does he know that's been discredited? And that's Chris McDonough's favorite technique. And I do have some things planned on Chris McDonough, actually. But that's a long-term project. But yeah. And nobody better be sticking up for Chris McDonough in here. Oh, Michelle, phobia. Beer bowling and the Bible. I love it. And brownies. You forgot brownies. Her cackle. Oh, are you saying goodbye, Sally? Have a good night. Oh, Ernie. Okay, I am way. Hello to whoever came in. Oh, Pamela? Is Pamela out there? Hi, Pamela. Hello. I have a lot of trolls as subs. Maybe Mama T will play it for sure. Bible cussing and lies on children's cases. Well, thanks for the congratulations, everyone. Yeah. I have the greatest subs. I really do. And the greatest chat ever. Never have to time anybody out. Never have to block anybody. Everybody behaves. They all do what the Nazi nun tells them to. See, people did not like, Ernie's people did not like that. I told chat to dial it back, and you know, this is like my living room here, right? And if you're gonna smoke, yeah, you're gonna have to leave. Yes, no smoking here, where we already can't breathe. And no talking about sexual organs. I don't appreciate that. Yes, exactly, Sandy. It's my party. Oh, Lurking with Crybaby. I guess I got to 2,100 subs. Chris McDonough. Yeah. Well, yeah. That's another person with a cult following, in my opinion. Anyway, I think I'm gonna wrap this up. I said what I want to say. Kids, we should not be talking about kids on YouTube. Ernie's kid or the Wells kids. These are children, anybody's kids, for that matter. Think about if this was your child. You know what I mean? These kids did not ask for any of this. All of the kids being talked about already have almost insurmountable obstacles to overcome in life. And I don't think that we should be adding to it. That's my opinion. And if I see you adding to it, I'm going to say something. Because I think you should be called out. Like I called out Lip Block No More. Who told me she's going to block me? Hug your gut. Okay. That's hilarious. Okay, good night, everybody. What is the day today? Because I never know what day it is. Let me look on my phone. Nope, it's Friday. Okay, so everybody have a great weekend, and hopefully I'll talk to you again soon. I got some things planned. Like I said, organization is my problem, so I appreciate each and every one of you. Love you all, and have a good night. Bye.